But as Jamaica 2024,
Okay. Nisat, no judgment. We listen,
we don't judge.
but we also judge.
My mafuta ya tummy, because guys, in as much as I sound young, I am young. But when you
Are
look
you
at,
though?
when you look, yo.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Speaking of Gen Z. This is actually season 4. Happy New Year! I hope you're doing well. I am doing fantastic. And today, for this episode, I have a lovely guest. OMG, this is my friend. His name is Muli. Hi, Muli.
Hey, what's up? What's up? You know, there's this thing I like about Speaking of Gen Z. The world has a lot to talk about.
But speaking of Gen Z,
The moment I had that, it's
I like-
stuck in my mind.
oh, it's stuck in
It's
your
stuck,
mind.
huh?
You spoke like a Ugandan. It's stuck in my
It's stuck
mind.
in my mind. I tell you, my sister. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Muli
Yes.
is... This, of course, his voice sounds so familiar. This is Muli Nduva Anthony. He does the NFM Drive.
Yeah.
Listen, this is our first episode. It's still January and we are still talking about the new year. Do you have resolutions? So this episode is all about resolutions and goals.
Absolutely.
Are they worth it? Are they worthless? How are we gonna follow up?
Yes.
Muli, do you have resolutions?
I don't.
Oh.
1425 at least I don't. Okay, well, I do have one, which I'm still 50-50 about
Yeah.
it. I don't usually count it as that New Year's resolutions. Because I've had it for like 3 years now, non-stop. Sijawai fuata. So is that really? No, but niko 2023 resolution. But as Jamaica 2024,
Okay. Nisat, no judgment. We listen,
we don't judge.
but we also judge. So now,
Well, I just feel like it's a lot of headache. It's a lot of societal expectations. And I feel like we always want to fit into this. It's very performative. Okay, you're doing it because, well, your next person is doing it.
yeah.
You're doing it because your mom, your
Says
sister
so.
have got there. So you feel like I don't want to be left out. It's the in thing. It's the jazz right now, you know? So it's not really from the depth of your heart. It's not your desire. You're just putting it out there because everybody's putting it out there. So I decided I'm going to be real with myself. When I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay? But it could be any time. I could start it in Feb. I could start it in November. I don't want to stick to January. And I know very well, if I say I want to lose weight, I want to cut my mafuta ya tummy. Because, guys, in as much as I sound young, I am young. But when you
Are
look
you
at,
though?
when you look, yo, to say that ukiongeza 5 years, in my years, if it's 30. We listen.
Okay.
We listen.
We listen and we judge, but it's okay.
Yeah, so I told myself, listen, you don't need to put yourself in a box. You don't need to, pressure yourself a lot. Okay, when you're ready, you're ready. Okay, when you want to, you will get to it. Because one thing about me, if I say I'm going to do it, I will do it. And I'll tell you later what I said I'm going to do. And I did it so well.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't think New Year's resolutions, in my opinion, is really a very, important, paramount phase of my life.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
So what I'm getting is, of course, you have goals for the year.
Yes.
Let's start
Well,
there.
Yeah. Work goals.
Let me write that
Because I have to
down.
write I have to convince my boss that I am the best
yes,
employee.
yes.
So in terms of that, I do
But
have.
you are the best employee. You don't have any convincing to do. So, but you do you have goals for the year? Apart from like personal goals or just goals? What I'm getting is
Okay.
you probably have a direction
Yeah.
or a path you feel or you want to follow, but you don't necessarily box yourself to January 1st.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, some church I went to,
Yes.
unavuka mwaka,
Uh-huh.
unaambiwa, I mean, it's a good thing
Yeah.
for us when sasa sisi, we are all for New Year resolutions.
Yeah,
You do it even in December, and then
Right.
first you're like praying over them, you know.
Uh-huh.
So you're being told
Yeah.
when you pluck a blank paper.
What?
Yeah.
You put it down.
Yeah,
On
you put
paper.
your goals down.
Yes.
That's what I do. I actually have my goals here, but they ask you to write them down
Okay.
and to pray over them. And I feel I've been doing that since time immemorial.
Okay.
But I feel that's it just pressures you
It does.
for no reason.
It does.
And the fact that in your mind I don't know. There's just that one thing where you fail. And you've worked the resolutions in January. Now
Yeah.
you're thinking about 2026 January. Have you had that on socials?
Come again?
Kama tumeshindwa kuanza hizi resolutions 25 nimeshachoma.
Yeah.
Wacha tuanze 2026. You get? Are you
see,
getting me?
This is why it's very performative.
Yeah.
It is very performative. Hang on. Wait. You put them down and then your pastor is going to read them.
No.
Okay, so you're just going to
You-
write them
it's-
and then you keep the
yeah,
the
it's
paper.
just for
so you're not
you.
taking it
So
mbele
you're-
kama sadaka?
no,
Okay. Because
Okay,
ningeshangaa.
some actually do that but just for prayers. Wanaandika prayers, wanaenda hapo
Yeah.
na wanaziekelea mikono.
Ziombe zikiwa abstract now. Usiziombe zikiwa hapo kwa karatasi. Because I feel like even if it's your resolutions, it should be you.
It's a
and
personal,
yourself,
yeah, it's a very private
affair.
thing. Yeah,
Exactly. Nobody
yeah.
else should know. If you want to put it out there, you can go ahead and do it do that
Yeah.
way. But that should be something very, very personal. Like for me, if I decide this is the path I want to, because now you want to call it like that, this is the path I am, this is the trajectory I'm taking, then it's going to be me, myself, and I knowing that.
Yeah.
No fourth party, because just the three of us, me, myself, and I.
No.
Hakuna mtu
Me,
mwingine.
myself, and God.
And
Look at
God
you.
as well. Oh, Lord. We're poor
Withdraw.
people. I withdraw. I withdraw, guys. So yeah, it should never be. You should unless now you're with
It's
your
like
partner
a family or
and you're making goals together.
exactly.
That's when
or
this
family
is-
resolutions or
Yeah.
work resolutions. Do you guys
Yeah.
do that? Ama nyi mko tu. Nyi mko tu.
I don't know if my folks are gonna listen to this, but tuko tu.
Mko tu.
Tuko tu.
That's just what I feel about resolutions is I stopped making them a January thing.
Yeah.
Like I started working out. Let me tell you, this
Yeah.
I'm being very personal and
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Let's go personal.
If I'm just thinking, if I had set these goals, I just started like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I've been very consistent actually.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I made the resolutions on 1st or 31st and then not start on 1st
Yeah.
or either 2nd.
Yes.
Are you getting my point?
I
I'd
do,
feel
I
so
do.
bad. Like,
Exactly.
OMG this year. Now I've chomad, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is why I always say there's a lot of serotonin, dopamine when you're like putting them down.
Yeah.
Okay, most likely you're doing this in December. Your time ya Christmas nini.
Yeah.
But the moment you don't do them, alafu already you're delulu. You're
Right?
like January
Is
1st.
my 2025,
This is what
right?
I'm gonna do. If you fail to do that, you feel like a loser already.
Tell me
And if you start
about
feeling like a
it.
loser at the beginning of the year, already it has painted a picture of how your year is going to look like. Like haikuanza vizuri. That's why unasema
Now-
mtu amesema 2024 ilikuwa mbaya, ilikuwa mbovu.
Yeah.
I didn't achieve this and
Yeah.
that. But then if you stop making it a January affair, you say Feb, March, nini, nini,
Exactly.
when you can.
Actually,
Literally
you
when
know,
you can.
what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
if you want, fine, if you want to do your goals in January
Yeah.
or December or November,
Okay.
set achievable goals.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you a
This
bad
one is a funny
story.
one, yeah.
Me in high school, there's a time my friends and we used to call me
Yes.
Octopizo number 9 because why I was getting 8 in math.
Yo.
Like I can't do math.
Yo.
So we were talking about setting goals.
Yeah.
So nakumbuka ukiambiwa uandike goals, uandike pale kwa kona.
Number 9 is diabolical.
Crazy, bruh.
I hope you cut those friends off.
No? Actually, that name,
You
mimi
wore
hata-
it like a
Mimi-
tag.
mimi hata ndo nilijeke hiyo jina. I'm like, but I honestly can't do math and I just kubalid. Na nikasema tu, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a husband or a
Yeah.
partner who can do math to help
the
our
children.
children.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But you remember there's some time you were told to put your targets on the corner of your desk. Why
Yes.
you being
Yes.
told
Yes,
that?
yes.
Alafu mtu kama mimi sasa kuna time najua napatanga hiyo 8
Okay.
lakini nimeandika 60
Jehovah. That's 52 plus 52. Very
mpaka mwalimu
magical.
ana
That will take a miracle. In comes
Wakati
commander
teacher
himself.
anakuambia, wow, I see you are, I see,
Yeah.
but I can't see. Can you set an
A
achievable
realistic-
goal?
Yo.
Fine, like 20 is good as well.
We're making
you
progress.
get,
Baby
you know.
steps. Baby
So
steps.
that's what I'm talking about. It's just baby steps.
Exactly.
For me, what works, achievable goals, I put them into even weeks, if not months.
Yes.
I won't say 2025. I'll say January.
Yeah.
Or the 2 weeks of January.
Yes.
Or the first 2 episodes of Speaking of Gen Z.
Okay.
That's a goal.
It is
And
a
you know,
goal.
when I achieve it, my
Yeah.
mind is already, will it like,
It's a force of habit.
right?
Immediately it registers, this is what we're supposed to do, and then it becomes very effortless.
Exactly.
Now
like how you do an
you're not
FM
even
drive.
forced. Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, child.
Sorry.
Hi, Bo.
Sorry.
So you're not even forced. You don't even feel forced. You're
Yeah.
like, I need to be here at this time, and
Yeah.
I want to willingly be there. I have the desire to be there. That now you start seeing that, enyewe, I am sticking thoroughly to my new year's resolutions. But kama ulikuwa umesema utakuwa unamka 5 every day, January 1st umeka alarm ya 4:30 ya kukushtua. Amka 5 iko karibu in like 30 minutes. Umefika 5 umeamka umefini kama the whole night ulikuwa shamba.
Bruh.
Kama ulikuwa umezoea kuamka 8, amka 6 perhaps.
Pole
Mdogo
pole.
mdogo amka 5 hivi.
Yeah.
Na ulale mapema. You know, that's they just sort of like grow into you.
Yeah.
You just don't it's not like a snap of
Yeah.
a finger and then everything is just working the way you envisioned it
Exactly.
in December.
The way you envision it at that specific time where you
Yeah.
had like a dopamine rush.
Yes.
And you were so happy and excited for
Exactly.
2025.
It's never like that.
You know?
The actualizing
Yeah.
it is the hardest problem. It's brain surgery. I kid you not.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
There's a point you had mentioned on pressure.
Yes.
I have a friend. We were talking, having a conversation, and I was like, actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to the supermarket to get a manila paper.
Okay.
For what? For my vision board,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Have you tengeneza the vision board?
Sounds even very bougie. Like
Yeah.
have a whole vision board. I could like literally have it on my phone.
Yeah, you can have it on Canva as well.
The bigger the dream,
the bigger the manila, the achievable the
I
dream.
know. The bigger it is, the even more harder. Utakuwa unaangalia tunajichekelea. What was I doing?
No.
That's the dopamine I'm talking about.
No, I feel first acha nimalize hii story alafu sasa tuongelele vision
Okay.
board. So nikamwambia I'm going to the supermarket. First of all, I didn't even get the manila paper.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be an excuse, but she was like, that was in January. I had just gotten back to the office, 14th probably. It's like, you're making your vision board now.
What do you mean?
Like, yeah.
Hey.
What? Why? Me, I made mine in November.
Ugh.
I'm like, oh my god,
The pressure.
the
Unnecessary
pressure
pressure.
is getting worse.
It's worse every time.
I was like, OMG nimechelewa. But I just slowly just ambied myself.
Yeah.
It's me. Hi. Okay, I'm not the problem. It's me, but it's just me. It's me against me.
It is.
It's me against mimi wa jana na wa
Yeah.
juzi na wa last year.
Exactly.
Mbona tunakuwa na hiyo pressure?
Yeah.
And it's very easy to anguka into
In that pressure.
in that pressure where of expectations, you know. And it made me feel so bad. It made me feel like I'm not even gonna achieve anything in 2025 because I
yeah.
didn't make my vision
The
board
earlier
in
you tengeneza the vision
November.
board, the more clearer and crystal clear
You
your dreams are.
know,
No.
the clearer the paths in
Yeah.
2025.
Everybody is on a totally different path.
Period.
And that's what people need to
Come
understand.
on, say that again.
You're on a totally different path.
Come on,
Your friend
Pastor.
could make theirs in March for 2026.
Yeah.
Others have already, written it down for 2026. And then now you look at that and you're like, hey, I'm a failure. Oh my God, look at them. They've already pangared their lives very well.
Right.
I mean, unaweza tengeneza yako ya hii mwaka na ya 2026 na uachieve ya zote hii mwaka.
Period.
You
Na
know?
unajua kuna pia watu they just outside is so magical and beautiful but inside there's really nothing happening.
Super cosmetic.
Yeah.
100%
Definitely,
cosmetic.
you know.
That's what they want you to see. They want you to see that,
Yeah.
listen, I'm so organized. Listen, I've been
What
having this
about you?
transcendental meditation about my life. Okay, this is what I'm planning by 25. I need to have my car.
Yeah.
By this age, I need to have this and that. So now you sit at a corner and you're already sulking, worrying, oh God, what am I doing with my life? And that is
Right.
part of, that is one thing that I broke out of in 2024. Looking at
Wow.
all these things your friends are doing and you're like, I swear to God, I need to sit down at a corner, nataka kuwekelewa mikono kwa kichwa niombewe because I don't
I'm
know what
not
is the
moving.
problem with me.
Right?
I'm not moving. And I realized you're not the problem. It's because you're trying to,
Yeah.
match your life with everybody else's.
Yeah.
Chart your own path.
That's
Bottom
so
line,
true.
just always chart your own path.
Period.
If you feel like you're not ready for New Year's resolutions this year, it's okay. Okay, if you feel like to have a different name,
Okay,
that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Yeah. So the pressure is always there, very very present. You need to find a way to exist within that pressure and still not feel pressured. Okay, let people do what they want. What do you want? What is your heart saying it wants?
Yeah.
Does it want ukate? I said at one point I want to cut white bread.
Yeah.
Michelle, I'm telling you, I went for like 2 weeks without white bread and wheat and chapati.
That was nice.
It was
2 weeks is 2 weeks is good.
I felt like I was Nenda
Dying.
Sayun.
Really?
I felt so bad. I was like,
felt like unaenda?
Nenda Sayun.
Oh.
But now, this is the thing. What happened, kitambo nilikuwa nakula kama mkate mzima. Okay?
Boflo,
nikafika-
kiboflo umeketi chini ume.
Yeah. So that's why drastically in January I said, I'm cutting it entirely. Body was like, So I went back to it and I was like having 2, 3, 4 slices at most. It got to a point where I'd even go like 3 days without even thinking about bread. And that's what I'm saying. It's very habitual, very slow. Mdogo mdogo. You just cannot wake up, snap of a finger. Yes.
Now everything
nimekata
has
carbs.
changed.
Even your body has not even communicated. just
Right.
yet. You know, it requires that slow introduction into other things.
Yeah.
Slow, reducing.
Before we go to the vision board manenos, you've reminded me, I've also cut on sugar.
Yeah.
And I tried cutting sugar last year.
Yes.
Sugar has this habit of giving me acne. So I decided, I didn't know what's like making me break out or something.
Correct.
So I just decided to cut everything and just see. So one time I decided to go 0 on sugar.
Yeah.
And it wasn't doable.
It wasn't.
Wheat, it wasn't doable. But I came to learn, it's just pole pole.
Yes.
You like I was taking like 3 teaspoons of sugar in a cup of tea.
In a cup of tea.
That's a lot. 2.5, 2, 1.5,
Yes.
1, and
Yes.
now I'm taking Duvia tea.
No way.
Michelle,
You see now,
me.
you look at it and you're like,
How
how did I manage to do that?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even for exercise, for me, this
Yeah.
is like a personal thing. I started with the low intensity stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as I'm gonna sweat,
Yes.
it's a low intensity. And then now I build kidogo as I go. Mimi kitambo, and I realized that's why I wasn't sticking to my plan.
Okay.
Because I was waking up and like 20 sit-ups.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't doing none of that. I wasn't even walking.
Wait, today you have not done? All these years you have not done? You
Now
want tomorrow 20?
Bruh, and I used to pressure myself and I'm
Yeah.
like, OMG, why is it not
am I?
working?
Yeah.
Let me-
Nani's doing it. Why am I
Right?
not? Yeah.
Now, I went to the gym one time
Yeah.
in 2023.
Yes.
Bruh, I almost fainted. I almost fainted. I did my trainer was like, chill.
You need to relax.
Kunywa tu maji
Yeah.
and chill. Because I was just pressuring myself. Nilikuwa nimeenda hapo nimeinua ma weights. Kama mimi nachezanga rugby,
Kai.
yani wacha niinge kwa treadmill. Kukimbia, Kipchoge mimi ananiweza.
Has nothing on
Has
you.
nothing on
Wewe.
me. Ni karibu nianguke. I just like went back hivi. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. I think it's just a slow. It's and I think that's the beauty of life.
Yes.
It's just seeing the kidogo wins. You know, if we're able to achieve all this today,
Yeah.
what are we gonna look
Exactly.
forward to?
And all these things
know.
you can do them any month.
Right? It
Doesn't
doesn't
have
have
to
to
be
be
January.
January
It doesn't have
for
to.
sure.
Yeah.
Can we talk about vision board?
Let's talk about
Why
it.
don't you think vision boards are
Again, I think
important?
for me, the number one with the bullet is it's always the pressure.
Yeah.
It is always the pressure. I'll tell you this story, very short story. One time I was sitting somewhere and I was making kidogo money before I joined NMG. Okay?
Hey,
small
you've been
money.
making money ever
Small
since
money.
when?
What do you mean? 400 can be
No,
small
but you,
cash.
I'm just thinking about how many times you've told me about chums and
Yeah, yeah.
even without like an 8 to 5 or
Yeah,
this radio job,
exactly.
you used to have
I
money.
used to. I'm outgoing like that.
Bruh.
All right, I'm outgoing like that. And even
Period.
this was a job that was linked with a family friend, so they knew my strengths. They knew things I was able to do. You know, and being the most outspoken person, so I started making this money. One time when I got the payment, I sat and I said, "What is the reason as to why I'm not saving?" What is the reason why I'm not? You know, I can't explain. If you ask me why are you not saving, I can't explain why I'm not saving. I am living with my folks. I don't have expenses.
Bruh, why is that Ugandan accent coming?
I don't
This-
know.
Out of
Banangi.
nowhere. I'm living with my folks.
I don't understand my brothers. So now I sat in a mat and I was like, I need to start saving. I took I think I took 90% of that cash and I put it in a locked savings account, and I said, never ever am I going to touch that money.
Real.
Yes, weirdly. And the goal at the time, I was like, I need to get myself an iPhone 11 Pro Max by
you
December. This was in April.
Yeah.
This was like 4-5 years ago. I said, I must get this one by the end of the month. By the end of the year? How am I going to get to that? Start saving. Every amount of cash I was getting at the time, I didn't care about what I was wearing. I didn't care about going to restaurants and stuff. 90% was going to that one goal. Okay? And then that's exactly what I went up to date. Bado nangoja tu kununua hiyo iPhone 11 Pro Max. That was the initial goal.
Yeah.
I'm still saving, and I'm saving as much as I used to at that time. All right. So that for me, it was in April. It wasn't like a January thingy. I progressively, became a saver on that. And to date, I can solidly say that is one of the decisions I ever made in my life that I stuck to it. And now anything I want to do, okay, that is going to benefit me, either my health wise, my money wise, I always refer to that idea. What is the reason as to why I'm not doing this? I need to do it. So for me, my vision board could be anywhere. It doesn't need to be on a book, on a manila. It could be in a mat. It could be me walking around and I'm like, to date, that is a decision I've made, and I'm going to stay
It's just
stuck
in your
to
head.
it. So I don't need to write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm getting is,
Yeah.
yes, vision board, no vision board. Yes, resolutions, no resolutions.
Yeah.
We still need
Yeah. We still need, if you want to, you
goals.
will. Yes.
We still need not principle. Okay, yeah, principles, but
yes.
just we need a direction.
Yes.
Something that's gonna steer us towards a specific direction.
Exactly.
Whether you're gonna write it down, whether you're not gonna whether you're tengenezing a vision board.
Yeah.
All I'm getting from this conversation is, and we agree, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that we just need a direction. It doesn't matter if you're setting the direction in May
Yeah.
or whatever.
You just need
need
that
it.
direction.
Yeah?
For me, 11 Pro Max was the direction.
Yeah.
I didn't get the phone at the end of the year, but I got to a point where I was like, this feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to get something right now, I'll get it without breaking a sweat. Why? Because I've got the funds for me. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the direction everybody requires. You
Yeah.
just don't need to put it somewhere. Put it at the back of your head. Know that mimi ni mtu mkubwa. Nimesema hii ndio nitafanya, hii ndio nitakuwa nafanya.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm for writing them down. And for
Yeah.
the vision board,
Yeah.
definitely for the vision board.
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
You go ahead and if that is what you require
for me.
to follow it to the latter, do it.
Yeah,
Okay?
but you don't think it's necessary.
Yes.
I think I'm such a planner
Okay.
or even a writer. Like
Yeah.
you just find me scribbling all the time, right?
Yes.
I think me waking up and looking at my vision board behind my bedroom door, automatically, probably I won't look at it and like, okay, today what am I doing?
Yeah.
But every day I'm just waking up and I'm seeing that car, that
Yes.
GLE
Okay, wow.
on that manila paper.
Yeah.
Or I'm seeing
Yeah.
that dream body.
Yes.
Or I'm seeing money.
Yes.
You know, slowly my head, it's not a new thing anymore.
Yeah.
It's
It sets your soul
already
on fire.
exactly. My mind is already, we've already accepted that that's me, that's
Yes.
us.
Yes.
And it's gonna be very easy for me to, it's like the red car, is it the yellow car theory or something? Once you see something, once you see the yellow car, you're gonna see it multiple times on the road, you know.
Hey.
That's the thing. You
Yeah.
just see you, and you visualize it every time and
Yes.
everywhere. When you're washing your face, when you're brushing your teeth, you're just
You're always seeing it.
visualizing.
True.
I think that helps me, and I think that may work.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
but if you follow like the correct principles or something, setting honestly clear goals, honest to you, you know,
Yes.
setting achievable goals and
Right.
they're realistic. And
Yeah.
we've talked about that, you know, and also building a routine. We've talked about that, not just
Yes.
waking up and you're like 20 sit-ups from 0 sit-ups.
No, it's not
You know.
gonna work.
Yeah.
20 sit-ups, 5 every day. for this whole week.
Exactly. That's actually nice.
When you talk to a gym
and
instructor,
5 is
they will tell you
good.
it's working. It will work for
you
you.
know.
As long as you stick to that routine.
Exactly. If you want to cut weight, not immediately. Your body is gonna fight you. Your body is so used to it.
That's
Try
true. That's true.
ask an alcoholic to stop alcohol heavy.
It's
What are withdrawal symptoms?
That's why we have what's it called? Rehab.
Rehab, yeah.
Because you can't do it by yourself. You require some bit of
Exactly,
help.
you know.
You definitely require some bit of help.
Also, lastly, is just tracking your progress.
Track.
I have a diary.
Yeah.
It's a planner, and it has like a space for you to write your meals,
Yeah.
how many steps you've tempered.
Yes.
And I actually created this for myself. I have this habit which I want to stop. So if I did the habit or I said something, if I cast,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You check
highlight
yourself.
the graph.
Okay.
So at the end of the month,
Yeah.
I'll see kama ni color red iko mingi. Are you getting me?
I'm
Like the
absolutely
graph is
understanding
red. Niko like anyway,
You need to
choma.
check yourself, yes.
But if the graph is like clear, I'm like, oh,
Go,
that's
girl.
good, and it's gonna give me the oomph and
Excellent.
the power for next month.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
guys. I don't know what you feel about resolutions and vision boards, and what helps you honestly making them. Are you team for or against?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd love to hear them say that.
Right?
Which side they're leaning on.
Yes, please.
Question to the side. How many pens do you use in a year?
How many pens?
Yeah, because you write a lot. Wena.
I actually have a jar where I put. That's weird. That like my
What
is
I've
it
gathered
finished
is when you
pens?
write, like the
Yeah.
pens that you use in a year.
Yeah.
Because me, I could count. I don't think I use like about 10 pens in a year.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening. If you have like maones and probably things that can help us or help Muli, because Muli apparently resolutions, please talk to us. My handles are Namasaka __ everywhere.
Yes, and Muli.Nduva on Instagram, Nduva_Anthony on X. Just
Yeah.
simple as Anthony Muli pale kwenye Facebook. TikTok ni jokes ni.
Thank you so much for listening and have a good one. Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year to you too.
Bye. Love ya.
Mwah! Loved it.